Before it can fight, an army must eat. From the battlefield to the banquet hall, how do you feed over 100,000 troops? Tonight on Combat Chefs, the heat is on for army chefs in Afghanistan.
Taliban have captured one of the elite forces checkpoint. Be interesting.
I've got a fight, we'll have to use the chefs. Combat chefs.
Frontline troops get a rare feast.
Ready for you guys? Yum, yum. I think these are coloured enough.
And at an army cooking competition,
What's those then?
lunch goes up in smoke.
Is that guinea fowl jerky or something, is it?
Defence Food Services Training School, Aldershot. For the 2,200 Royal Logistic Corps combat chefs, this is where it all begins. First they are moulded into soldiers, and then into chefs.
Mix it together.
But it's their ability to cook up a hearty meal on anything, anywhere, in any conditions that sets these chefs apart.
Roll up your sleeves. Oh. Roll up your sleeves. Roll up your sleeves.
Out in the field, new recruits are taught to cook using nothing more than old dustbins, mud and open fires.
The guys need to be able to produce food, whatever the weather, whatever the situation.
Known as improvised cookery, it's a skill unique to the British Army.
This actually was used in the Falklands conflict. This is the sort of thing they would do. It's very effective. There's quite a lot to take in because they've just learned to be basic chefs in a proper kitchen. We're asking them to be a basic chef in the woods. If we don't take them outside their comfort zone, the first time they do that for real on operations, be it in Afghanistan, Iraq, we'll be very, very uncomfortable.
Gütersloh, Germany. Every year, combat chefs assemble at Armoured Division HQ to take the art of improvised cookery to ever higher levels.
You need to get your maids up as well.
20 teams compete in a grueling culinary competition, interspersed with field exercises. Not since 1944 has there been so much action by British forces on German soil.
How many are you cooking for?
20, sir.
How deep do you think you need to be for 20?
Probably about knee-high, sir.
Knee-high.
Judging the improvised competition is Major Harry Lomas, head of catering for the Army's most prestigious culinary division, London District.
You're putting the paper on the top. You need the paper underneath the wood, don't you? I'll tell you what, you're lucky there. You've got a good lad there, haven't you, eh?
Oh,
sharp as a razor.
Right. Dangerous is his nickname, sir.
Is that what your nickname is, Dangerous? The scenario is they're en route to a location and their wagon has gone off the road, they've lost their cooking equipment, so we're now into an improvised scenario. So it's a bit like Scrap Heap Challenge versus, I don't know, Master Chef.
Each team must produce a 3-course meal to feed 20 troops from a box of surprise gourmet ingredients including chorizo sausage, fresh salmon and guinea fowl.
What are you going to do with the guinea fowl?
Turn it into a pie, sir.
A guinea fowl pie?
Game pie, sir.
Game pie?
But before there's any cooking, the chefs have to build their kitchens. Ingenuity is the order of the day.
Pre-burnt it there, done.
Sergeant J. Kingsbury of 3-5 Engineers has a unique design. An improvised oven with a separate fire pit to produce charcoal.
Yeah. We're going to pre-burn the wood in a pit there when it appears, and then the hot coals are going to come down underneath the oven, and then it burns hotter and quicker.
The rules are clear. Only materials that could be found lying around may be used.
Squaddies being squaddies, they're going to try and pull the wool over the judges' eyes because that's what it's about. I remember in my younger days I used to try and cheat wherever I can to make sure that we got the best. It was all about esprit de corps. I needed to win.
With 35 years of army catering under his belt, you can't hide anything from Harry.
The idea of the wood, all the makings of the fire need to be all improvised. I hope it doesn't use charcoal, because that's not improvised. Is that charcoal I see on there?
Well, wood burnt out.
You're bullshitting me, aren't you?
There's no bluffing you, sir, is there? It's charcoal now.
Yes, I'm pretty good on charcoal. Is that improvised?
Well, I'd say it's improvised.
You, okay, good. You do whatever. I'll mark accordingly. All right? Right, what's this, what have we got here then? Just give us a bit of a run through here.
Oh, see, I've got my water boiler there, sir.
Well, you need the word obviously.
Well, that's my water boiler, sir.
Well, is that not off OFCS?
It said I could use sea items, sir, on the list.
No. What have you got in there? I think we need to get in here to discuss that. Look.
Sir.
Sergeant Trask has literally thrown parts of his army-issue field kitchen onto an open fire.
You can't be using that. That is not improvised. And what is that sticking up in the middle?
That's my flue, sir.
Correct. From where?
That's also a sea item off the cook sets. That's what it says in the rules, sir.
Does it?
Yes, sir.
Can you just show me the rules that it says you can use sea items?
Of interest. He's going to kick the shit out of me. He's always hated me.
I'll tell you what, I may have to close you down.
Oh, don't do that, sir.
Well, show me where this is then.
You may utilise equipment from your CES.
I think it's slightly unfair. The idea is we're looking to see what they can do in a bin or a barrel. Each team will have to provide their own improvised field catering equipment and fuel.
The way I read it was my wagon fell over and I had my wagon there.
No, that's fine. I can see that your thought process, but just to make sure that we abide with the rules as we go along. Okay?
Harry's word is final, and Sergeant Trask's improvised oven takes a direct hit.
He's allowed me to use the two bins out there because I didn't bring anything else, and we're just going to crack on. Improvise, adapt and overcome. He's hated me for 17 years.
Coming up,
Are you ready?
it's a call to arms as combat chefs in Afghanistan face the threat of a suicide bomber.
We've been briefed up, fire warning shots above them, and if they carry on, just open fire.
I think these are coloured enough.
And in Germany,
What's those then?
an improvised lunch leaves a bad taste in the mouth.
It is, actually, inedible. The chances are they're going to lynch the chefs when they get hold of them.